Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. Man, I think I've seen this story before somewhere when Democrats claimed that Republicans challenging election results would be the end of democracy. It would be an insurrection, right? So are the Democrats already planning a coup? Yeah, that's what it looks like. This is how desperate Democrats have become. Obviously, none of their arguments are consistent. None of their arguments actually hold merit, and no one should actually believe any of their positions that they actually hold, with the exception of them wanting a one-party rule and that they are fascist in tendency. They are now considering this. They're pulling out all the stops. They see the writing on the wall. They see the momentum behind Trump. They see the momentum with voters continuing to flock to Trump as they abandon Joe Biden because of how disastrous his policies and the direction that this nation is headed ever since he was installed into the presidency. We've seen that. Voters are tired of it. Democrats are now considering not certifying the election if Trump is the victor. This is where they're at now. This is their coping mechanism. They are now going to rely on, of course, trying to not certify the election here come in 2024. So before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Allow me to share some info with you. Hopefully you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button at 1,500 likes. If you like the content, you like the video, you like the channel, smash that join button, smash that super thanks. All of it helps out the channel. So thank you so much for your ongoing support. And before anybody jumps up into the comments and says, "Oh, Frank, why are you wearing NBA merchandise or whatever?" I'm a coach at a rec league. Just got done coaching some little kids because I care about my community and I want to be a part of it. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into today's story. What we have here is from the Gateway Pundit. It says, this is from The Atlantic. Without guidance from SCOTUS House, Democrats might not certify the election if Trump wins. Of course, right? So the liberal journal, The Atlantic, is reporting that unless they receive guidance from the U.S. Supreme Court, House Democrats might not certify the 2024 election if Trump wins. Isn't this the entire basis for the Democrat media freak out over January 6th? Isn't this why so many Trump supporters are currently suffering in prison? Aren't these the same Democrats who have been shrieking about the importance of our democracy for years now? It really looks as their whole political philosophy boils down to nothing mattering unless they win. Obviously, we've known that, right? This is from Molly Hemingway. Democrat says the worst thing in the history of the world, punishable perhaps by death, is not voting to certify an election. Also, Democrats, we are conspiring right now to not certify the next election if our opponent wins. This is here. It says Murray and other legal scholars say that the absent clear guidance from the Supreme Court, a Trump win could lead to a constitutional crisis in Congress. Democrats would have to choose between confirming a winner many of them believe is ineligible and defying the will of the voters who elected him. Their choice could be decisive, as a victory in the House special election in New York last week demonstrated Democrats have a serious chance of winning a majority in Congress in November, even if Trump recaptures the presidency on the same day. If that happens, they could have the votes to prevent him from taking office. In interviews, senior Democrats would not commit to certifying a Trump win, saying they would do so only if the Supreme Court affirms his eligibility. But during oral arguments, liberal and conservative justices alike seemed inclined to dodge the question of his eligibility altogether and throw the decision to Congress. So, yeah, there you have it. We have Democrats. If Democrats lose the election, and if they somehow are able to obstruct in Congress, they will seek to not certify Trump. This would be a constitutional crisis. This would be a crisis for Democrats, because I believe the voters of this nation would be sick and tired of their voices being ignored by the same people who says they know how to run this country better than the actual will of the voters who continue to vote overwhelmingly for Trump. We will see what happens as we move closer to the election, as we move beyond the election, and how Democrats and the media will somehow make a 180 and say, "Oh, this is perfectly okay for us to go ahead and deny the election results of our winner." Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me in all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.